Hello everyone, I'm Jane Norris and I'm so excited to be with you today. We are so privileged to have here with us Steve Jennings, lawyer, silver medalist, author of the upcoming amazing book, The Way of the Invincible Warrior. And Steve, I have heard some really great things about how the foreword of that book came to be. And I just want to share with the audience a little bit about that story because it really touched my heart. Les Brown, I was able to actually have dinner with him a couple weeks ago. And according to what I have heard, he powerfully told you that he was going to write the foreword to your book once he had requested a draft of the book, read the book, called you a couple times and just basically said, I am doing it. I am going to write that forward, because he must have been as touched about the book as I have been with you sharing it with me.
Yes, I certainly didn't anticipate that. Les had heard about the upcoming book, The Way of the Invincible Warrior, a tough love philosophy for overcoming an achievement. But when he asked for the draft, I said, well, of course you can have the draft, Les. And Les had it for a day, had it for another day, and all of a sudden he calls me up the second evening. And when I get on the phone with him, he says, Steve, I've just completed reading your book, and I am writing the foreword to your book.
Wow. I mean, Les Brown is like the world's greatest speaker. I mean, he's a multiple New York Best Time seller. That had to be exciting.
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't ask him, he didn't ask me. He actually just declared that I am writing the foreword to your book. So as far as the book, and what he and I have discussed many times since then over the phone, is that it's the message, it's the voice of the book, it's the declaration of the book, it's the seriousness of the book, it's the tough love philosophy of the book. The book is not it's not being written to make everybody pleased,
feel good, warm fuzzies.
It's not like a kumbaya type of book. It's a tough love philosophy for overcoming an achievement. It's a book that I'm not doing this for a popularity contest. I'm doing this for the purpose. My passion, my purpose in life is to help people, help them overcome and achieve. And this is what this book sets out to do. In no uncertain terms. It gives them 8 principles, 8 pillars within the book, how they do things. And everything is sectioned out perfectly, foundationally, how every step builds the way. For the first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, fourth, everything is building, gaining, getting stronger. Understanding that you can truly overcome your challenges in life.
And this is coming from someone that was declared dead after a car accident, had a sheet pulled over your head, is that right?
Yes.
I mean, you were in a river of blood, of your own blood. Your heart had stopped, your lungs were not functioning. I mean, this is from someone that has come back from the dead. I mean, you were paralyzed in a wheelchair,
yes.
And here you are standing with me today, a silver medalist. So tell us more about that.
Well, I actually employed and practiced these principles in my life. I didn't just read these in a book. I didn't go to a seminar. I didn't get a bunch of CDs and listen to them. I actually understood these principles, making these principles real in my life and live these in my life. And then that's the way you learn a lesson, by actually doing the lesson.
Right,
not by just hearing a lesson, by doing the lesson. So I found out so many things even when I came out of my coma. I was in a coma for 32 days.
Wow.
I wake up paralyzed. You have many thoughts in your mind. And I also understood that I was going to have to take some action. I was going to have to actually do something because nobody could really do it for me. So I learned to overcome. And it wasn't just physically, it was financially. I was decimated, destroyed financially. So there's many things of overcoming and achieving that I share with this. But this book is just not about my life. It's about so many others' lives, so many other invincible warriors that were in my life and came into my life, where I learned lessons. I had guides, so to speak, to help me do so many things, and all of their wisdom in their lives.
So mentors, great mentors.
They shared so much with me, and all of that is woven together powerfully within this book for people that are challenged, that people need to find a way to no way. They don't believe they can. They say, maybe I'm not good enough. I don't know how. I don't have my purpose. I don't have my passion. I don't have my reason. Well, I help them find that, of course, within themselves, to overcome their fears, to take personal responsibility, to be their authentic self, to truly believe and understand what belief really means, When nothing is showing you belief, no one else believes in you, you're going to give up on yourself, you're at the end of your rope. There are things that fundamentally, with action steps that I give and I provide for people. This isn't just all philosophy.
This is like really
it's tangible
real meat
steps
and potatoes,
that
do
they
something
can
about
take
your life.
within their lives, absolutely. Now, yes, it's many things of a philosophy, a guiding light for them, something to attach themselves, a belief system. Sure, it's all of that too, but it's certainly tangible action steps that they can take all throughout the book, in the book summaries as well, the book summaries that I use. But fundamentally, if someone truly has just had it, and they've read so many other books, they've been to so many seminars, they've done this, they've done that, but they're still stuck. They still haven't gotten ahead. They still haven't broken through. They're still in a rut. If they read this book, I'm going to tell it to them straight. This is not candy-coated book. This isn't vanilla fluff stuff.
Well, I know one of your pillars is on personal responsibility, and
yes.
You kind of take that to a whole new level or a whole new way of thinking about that.
Well, that's right. And personal responsibility, maybe people think they've heard all about it. They might even think they know all about personal responsibility.
Except for they're not being personally responsible sometimes.
If you look at their lives, you'll see that so many times. But I talk about personal responsibility in a way that as you read the book, as those that would read the book, they would see it. They'll understand step by step by step what it really means to be personally responsible in your life.
How to take more ownership, more empowerment, right?
Well, trust in themselves too. So they're better decision makers. They make better choices. They have personal responsibility to do so. They truly believe in themselves so much better. They can remove fear from their life, which limits them, holds them back, keeps them down, doesn't allow them to rise above and reach their dreams.
Actually get there.
That's true. And it also displays to people, shows to people how they can actually truly become their authentic self and really be who they are in life and not let other people keep them down, hold them down, get them off course, make them believe somehow that they can't do something, they can't overcome, that they can't achieve, but they can. And so I've talked to so many people through my years in seminars and boot camps with people, and all the principles that I've used throughout the years, all my consulting, all my corporate consulting that I do, it's within this book.
Oh, really? All of that knowledge is
it's all here
combined.
It's within The Way of the Invincible Warrior, a tough love philosophy for overcoming and achievement. And people read this book, I'll say this, if people make it from the beginning to the end of this book and they stick it out, because this is not a book that's going to be nice and sweet and cheery kind of thing.
This is going to be, if you want to really change your life.
It's a tough book.
Right.
It's a tough love philosophy, but it is a philosophy to live by, to guide your life by, to be a guiding light by. If you embrace it and you begin to live it in your life, it'll change your life, and you'll never be the same. You will be somebody that can, scale that mountain, reach that highest star. You can do this in your life. I've incorporated so much of my teaching, so much of my trainings. It's within this book. If people read it, they'll understand what it means, what it takes to truly achieve and overcome in their lives, and to also truly never give up and fight for their dreams because it matters. Their lives are worthy. And so lifting people's lives, inspiring people's lives, I've seen that be a calling in my life. Through all that, the challenges that I've had.
Yeah,
so much that I've learned. And what you actually can do if you follow these principles, these 8 pillars of success of an invincible warrior. So I would just encourage everybody to read this book, bring it into your life, and share it with others too.
Well, I was just going to say, Steve, I know for our audience and for me personally, just you sharing what you have shared with me today makes me so want to read your book, and I know that it's already changed me. So thank you.
Indeed.